impressive, though, to be 2 laps down, to be battling for 6th right now.
Remember back at lap 6, Ricky Rudd got a flat tire and came back from 2 laps down. We need to pass out our Autotrader.com move of the race. What do you think? Does that get it, coming back from 2 laps down?
He's the man.
So.
All right. Autotrader.com move of the race, Ricky Rudd and company for their tremendous rally at Martinsville today. That's going to be 6th place he's going to take from Johnson there. And he'll have a shot at Ward Burton, 5th place Ward Burton, if Ward gets held up in traffic any.
And here we go. Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to keep by Ricky Craven for 3rd position. And Jr. has been impressive this year at Martinsville. Here's a young man who did not run well at this racetrack at all. But he realized that he had a problem here. He's worked on it, he and the team, and here he's trying to take over 3rd spot.
And Ricky now, Benny, looks like he's trying to use that high line where earlier he wouldn't get off the bottom. Earnhardt gets underneath him.
Junior finished 5th here in the April race. Little slide job there.
That was a slide job.
Lean on him. There he goes.
Craven trying the crossover. Nothing doing. Earnhardt Jr. this last month or so has led each of the last 4 straight races. He's got 3 straight top 10 finishes. So for a team that had troubles with their consistencies earlier in the season, and of course the much publicized Earnhardt Jr. concussion story that came out a few weeks back, they're certainly back on track.
There's got to be something to that.
Oh yeah.
Before that, he was very, very good.
And Ward Burton going to move up and try and challenge Ricky Craven for 4th. Doesn't look like Craven's going to get back-to-back wins in this race.
Dave, what about the 32 car?
BP, not a word from Ricky Craven. That means that the car may have gone where it did earlier, which is to the tight side. Ricky's not able to use that high line to keep up with the guys in front of him.
Ricky Rudd, that time, fastest car. What was he, 6 and 3? Oh, he's gained almost a second, but we're running out of laps.
A 10th, like I said, just over a 10th, depending on how they catch traffic. Ricky is the fastest car. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him now, though.
And that traffic won't necessarily be as courteous to them as they were to the leaders. Speaking of the leaders, Kurt Busch getting around Jimmy Spencer. Going to start to knock some guys off the lead lap here. Spencer was 24th. He was last on the lead lap.
And Kurt does have a lot of traffic in front of him right now.
But his gap on Johnny Benson is holding pretty steady. How about this young man? Won Bristol in the spring from 27th starting spot. The worst start of a race winner so far this season, 32nd at Chicagoland. He started 36th today.
And Ward Burton now up to challenge Ricky Craven for position. That's 4th. I tell you what, Ward Burton, his cat car, has had a very good race car today. But somehow track position got away from him. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but somehow it got away. But he's had a fast race car.
Well, they had the one stop there back at, look for my notes here, and I'll find the number, but where they lost a few spots on pit road. And that was it. They haven't been able to get it back since. They had a couple guys stay out, and then they lost a few spots on their stop. And remember, he had the one spot in the middle of the race where the guys were telling us his car was loose into the corner and tight in the center, and he just couldn't make any time until they got another chance to adjust it. And that was that long green run we had. Lap 300 or so. Drivers leading the most laps have failed to win 10 of the last 13 races at Martinsville. You can put Ward Burton in that category because he will have led the most laps today.
Right now, there is the leader, Kurt Busch, the 97 car, the Sharpie Rubbermaid car. And he and Benson, the second place car, are running about the same speed. The problem, he's a couple of seconds ahead of Benson, and Benson has a car of Robbie Gordon between the two.
There's Mike Bliss. Let's give him a little tip of the cap. Wally and Benny's done a great job in a one-off shot in this 40 car.
He has currently running in 13th position. That's 12th right in front of him, Bobby Labonte.
Jamie McMurray, of course, running the NASCAR Busch Series race today at Memphis. You can see it tomorrow, TNT, 1 o'clock Eastern time. McMurray came from 37th starting spot to finish third in that one.
And next week, Bliss will be in California, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, California.
And McMurray will be in Atlanta for the Busch, for the Cup race and the Busch race. And Sterling Mullen, another of the 40 drivers is here, is he not, Marty?
He is indeed, and I don't think he's going to miss any more races the rest of the season, BP. He's wearing a little bit of a different collar than he was earlier in the, or a couple weeks ago. That is not by doctor design. In fact, his doctor caught him in the middle of qualifying. There was a published report that Sterling might get back in this 40 car before the end of the year. I asked Sterling that this morning. He said it's a possibility. He said if the doctors will let him, he would like to come back at Phoenix. He would love to race Homestead. He said he's playing bored watching these races, so he'd rather be in the car than out of it. So if the doctors say it's okay, he wants to come back at Phoenix.
Yeah, you ought to go home, watch on TV, and have more fun like all these folks watching this race.
So nice job by Mike Bliss working on Bobby Labonte for 12th spot there. And nice job by Kurt Busch closing in on what might be Winston Cup win number 2.
But Johnny Benson is kind of closing in on Kurt Busch. And there we see him. That time by, he was 9/10 of a second behind. Kurt Busch is having a lot of trouble getting by these lap cars. More trouble than Johnny Benson is having.
Well, I think you have a little bit easier time when you are in second, because when you're leading, those guys may hold you up for 1 or 2 corners, but then once they let the leader by, they know second place is right behind them, so they're looking for him more. So Johnny definitely has taken a bite out of the lead. But catching him and passing him is another thing.
Now he's got to catch him first. Ricky Rudd, speaking of catching and passing, up to Ward Burton. This would be for 4th place. Rally of the day.
I'm sure Ricky wishes there was about another 100 laps in this race, because he is still the fastest car on the racetrack. Dave, what are they saying about the 28 car?
That's exactly what they're saying. They wish they had a lot more laps here. This is a whole lot like spring of last year when he lost 2 laps because they had a bleeder loose on the brake line. They made the repairs, came back and led late, but then got passed by their teammate Dale Jarrett with 4 laps to go, and Jarrett ended up winning, but another great recovery for this 2018.
And Kurt Busch right now, he's caught these lap cars. He does not want that inside groove. He does not work well. He wants to go on the outside, but they're making him pass on the inside, and Benson is just eating him alive.
14 laps to go.
Yeah, he definitely got sideways off of 2 there. Now let's see if his teammate, no, his teammate's not even going to let him pass him high.
All these guys wanted to go by on the inside. Hey guys, let me go to the outside. That's where my car runs best. Matt.
And Benny, you're absolutely right. Earlier he was asking which lane did he think was better. Spotter told him the outside. That's what he's been trying to run. Crew chief Jimmy Finning has been reeling off lap times. The distance between the 97 and the 10. It closes and opens up. Closes and opens up, Bill.
James Ince on the radio telling driver Johnny Benson, be patient, drive smooth. Ince told Benson on lap 473, if you drive it smooth, you will catch him.
Right now, he is around the Matt Kenseth car.
And Kurt Busch has no choice but to go to the inside to try to get by the lap car of Michael Waltrip. Waltrip does not want to go a lap down, but he has no choice but to go down there.
When they come back to the stripe, 10 laps to go. Not a lot of time for Benson to get there and get it done.
Now see see how Michael laid over a lot quicker and easier than when Kurt got up to his bumper.
See now, Jeff Burton, a teammate for Kurt Busch. You would think someone would say, Burton, let him go by on the outside, but no, he had to pass Jeff Burton on the inside.
86,000 at Martinsville today, all on their feet as we get to these final laps. 9 to go. Benson trying to close in. He's never won a Winston Cup race in 223 tries. Kurt Busch trying to pick up his second career victory. He did it on the half mile at Bristol back in the spring of this year. Today he started 36th. He's trying to finish it off. He took the lead at lap 389.